recently I saw a first response pregnancy test on TV and it said, "How would you like to know you're pregnant? The moment it happens." And I thought, well, that would sure ruin a good buzz, am I right, ladies? It'd be like, "You're pregnant," and I'd be like, "Damn it, get out of the car! And take your brother with you." My cousin and his wife were thinking about having a second baby, and they weren't really sure they wanted to go through it again. So I offered, out of the goodness of my heart, to be their surrogate. And they said, "Well, then you know you can't drink or smoke." And I said, "The hell I can't, it's not my kid." Right? My mom called me around the holidays and she was asking for stocking stuffer ideas. So I told her condoms, I can never have enough of those. My mom really wants grandkids really bad, so she told me she was going to poke holes in all the condoms in the stocking, which left me with no choice but to re-gift those. You know, I'm always trying to lose weight, I'm always worried about how I look, and then I realized I don't need to lose weight, I've just got thick skin. I've done some crazy things over the years, some of my girlfriends can attest to that. With any crazy thing just by saying it was my birthday. Here's a good example. Yes, it's true we had sex in the balcony of the church during Mass, but it was my birthday. Or, yes, I was having an innocent cup of coffee with my newly engaged ex at the Starbucks, and I decided to check us in on Facebook at the Motel 6, but it was my birthday. Yes, I did invite the UPS guy in for coffee, but eventually the neighbor got their package. It was my birthday. So I was out on a date with this guy and we were having a really great time. And we decided to go back to his place. And I was really excited because his parents weren't going to be home. And so as I'm in this room and I'm sitting on the top bunk, I happen to... there's a condom wrapper already in there. And I'm like, oh great, this guy's probably a player. You know, I probably shouldn't be here, it's probably a bad idea. And then at second glance I realized it's a Magnum XL wrapper. A few of you fortunate ones are familiar with this. Well, now I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a big dick, so... I'm single, and I have the get out of jail free card for single people. I have the divorce card. Any of you divorced in here? So, you know what I'm talking about. You're having a conversation with somebody and they find out you're single and then they're like, "Oh, you're single," and they get that sad, pathetic look on their face. And then you're like, "Oh, but I'm divorced," and suddenly they're like, "Oh, good for you. Someone loved you once." Matter if I was married for 24 hours in a drunken Vegas wedding 20 years ago. All that matters is that I was married. So I was in bed with my boyfriend and he said those 3 words that every girl really doesn't want to hear. Ladies, you know where I'm going with this. It's a new relationship. You're really not sure how you feel about him yet. You're sharing a special moment and then he goes and throws those 3 words out. Yep, he said it. "Who's your daddy?" Honest to God, he said it. And I was like, if only I knew his dad's name, then I could say it. And he'd be like, "No, that's my dad's name. Who's your daddy?" And I'd be like, "He's your dad too? See, that's something else we have in common." So I always try to learn from every, situation. Good or bad, I try to grow and learn. And I've learned a lot about myself thanks to reality TV. I've learned that I'm that girl on The Bachelor that didn't get the rose. You know the one I'm talking about. He just handed out 12 roses. One girl didn't get one. He takes her by the hand, walks her to the car, says all of these wonderful things to her as he gives her a big kiss and hug and puts her in the car to send her home. And I'd be thinking, he does like me, I knew it! So I was at a concert with some girlfriends, and they were there. And this guy approached us, and guys, I get it. It's got to take some balls for a guy to approach some girls at the bar, I understand. But here's where he went wrong. He asked us if we had had dinner prior to the show. That's honestly the sign that he used. If he universal sign for having dinner. So I politely showed him this might be more appropriate. And then he got all upset and said, "You're making it dirty, I wasn't making it dirty." And then he gave me the universal sign for "Have a nice day" as he walked away. So, if you happen to be in the bar parking lot and you see me having dinner in my car, just remember to wish me a happy birthday.